See, I was 15, staring death in the face. Life around was moving at an exceptional rate, and I was too young to kept with the pace. See, I was too young to comprehended the pain. Just felt they used to always get in the way, wandering like a lost dog left in the rain. Bad things used to circle when they mention me name. Evan is this, Evan is that, Evan is gay. But that isn't Evan, he's pretending they'd say. I just wasn't trying to be known by the mistakes I had made. I just sat back and accepted me fate. Put a blade to me arm and they sketched to me pain. In a moment of bliss, I remembered no pain. But then a smack of reality hit like a left in me face. I broke down and had the message I made. Everything we all keep both, don't sweat it, okay? See, who am I now? That shit I haven't figured yet. I've had life for 20 years but feel I haven't lived it yet. Staring into space and hell and smoke from a cigarette. Walking down a path of twist every time I hint success. You went through shit I only understand now, but I'm falling through the cracks even now when I put my hand down. The marks on my skin, pal, they're the ones that fade away. It's the scars in my mind I'm trying to cure day to day. I wreak havoc when I try to drink away the pain, but I can't find it in me to ever try and make a change. My life is controlled by all the mistakes I made, and they're the chance I can't ever seem to break away. See, I've been running from everything that's confronting me, so I'm watching me back, but now it's out in front of me. Then I fall and I get hurt and drag down those who stood at me, and I try to get a hand up, but no one's in reach. So what we living for? What we living for? Tell me what we living for? So what we living for? So what we living for? Tell me what we living for? So what we living for? What we living for? So what we living for? What we living for? So what we living for? So what we living for? So what we living for? In a world controlled by greed, lust and fill at war, where capitalist ventures only get flicked the poor. Another young Irish male dies as he hits the floor. So what we living for? Why is my generation never spoke of in reports? Why have our best and brightest left the nation? Why at 20 am I considering emigration? Why does the most sense come from men in plastic bags? Is this the Ireland that our rebels die for hand in hand? Why can teens only find happiness in bags of cans? Why is the truth only in DMT and acid tabs? Why am I more likely to kill myself because of where I'm from? Rates 1/3 above the average, but the care is none. Why am I stereotyped for the clothes I'm buying? Why are the young men of my county waste for slowly dying? So what we living for? What we living for? Tell me what we living for? So what we living for? So what we living for? Tell me what we living for? So what we living for? What we living for? Oh, what we living for? So what we living for? What we living for?
The thing, my generation, right? My generation of young people.
Yes.
How old are you?
How would I what?
How old are you?
How am I? I can't say that, man. I was born at the age of 16, so I'm not sure. But
I just want to know which generation you belong to.
the current one. Okay, all right. I'll describe what my generation is, and you'll know. My generation can't afford houses.
Yeah.
My generation can't afford to have children. My generation are either leaving the country or jumping in rivers. That's my generation, man. That's my generation, man. That's my generation, man. That's my